It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see DJ Moore. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Panthers and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done at controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out as we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Wentz first play going right to the air. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. The numbers for him from a week ago, 13 carries, 52 yards.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Winston Johnson, your connection there for the Commander first. Now Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's turned. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form. They pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue. That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On play action, Wentz. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Brandon Smith with a nice rush to get him down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Wentz.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
Corral with it on 1st down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Chase Young.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come pick up a first down.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. We're scoreless after 1.
Panther football to start quarter #2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the play fake, Corral.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Sometimes we talk about coverage when it's about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Mevis knocks this one through.
And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. There's A.J. Dillon, such a powerful runner, ready to lead this offense again on this next series.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
That victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. Throwing on first is Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have taken the lead.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Corral to Moore there. Good for a Carolina first.
He'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Corral.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore from 3 yards out.
And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
On first down, Wentz. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do what they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Saints who have the lead as that one's gone to halftime. Alvin Kamara, potentially on his way to a giant afternoon. He has 3 touchdown runs in that first half. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Ravens trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 20-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Corral. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten. And they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Corral with it, first down here. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and 13.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the full design was.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
Got a man here. It's Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Corral.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Corral on 2nd down.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
This is Dillon on the counter.
Room here to run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
A.J. Dillon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection and led to the block.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys is being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On second down, here's Corral.
To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
A give up the middle. Hubbard to the 43, second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Wentz now on first down.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 29, Wentz.
Throw left side complete to Troutman.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Wentz now on first down.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back, working with a 2nd and 3. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. So Corral and the Panthers now down 20-19, a minute 12 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Gets this to Moore, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Corral to throw. Again, he finds Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Corral's throw complete there to Moore. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. All eyes on Andrew Mevis. It all comes down to this kick. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Panthers, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.